another big week of the Bullet Club.
And the biggest swerve of the night, it was supposed to be the Elite, right? Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson. It was not them. It was Luke Gallows.
The Good Brothers, baby.
The Good Brothers coming back.
I still feel like our champion is Shida. Would you be okay with her joining the Elite?
I think it's time to bring Shida into the new Elite.
And I think Britt Baker would do great segments with MJF. Can you call TK, man?
I gotta call TK, man. I gotta call him. I need him to step it up. I need Roman Reigns to stop being so, I'm in my chair. I'm the head of the table. All right, I do what I want.
You want him to set the Usos on fire? What is up, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of the Weekly Finisher. My name is Beefy, the
Beef Supremey.
You got it really good at that. And to my right or left, wherever you're looking at this, is A Styles, baby.
Whoa. It's your boy, A Styles. What you mean, man?
What you mean, man? Another good week of wrestling. And we start off with the big news this week. WrestleMania not coming to LA, baby. Not happening this year. But I've been living in LA like for 5 years. I've been waiting for this.
You've been waiting.
But I've been waiting. But they announced the next 3 WrestleManias. We got Tampa. We got Dallas.
We got what? We got what? We got Detail Love. Oh, we got Detail Love and the DFW.
Okay, so me and Ace both attended WrestleMania 28 when The Rock came back, but there is only one of us in this room that has attended 2 WrestleManias. Ace? Are you going? What are we doing?
I'm 2 Belt Styles. You hear me? I ain't 2 Belt Becky. I'm not 2 Belt Boss. I'm 2 Belt Styles. What you mean? Huh? But yeah, I'm very excited. We're going to go to Dallas. I'm going to bring Beef Supremey and our producer back to D-Town Love to the DFW. We're going to bring it over here, probably go watch it at the AT&T Stadium. Hopefully by that time COVID is gone, we all got the vaccine, and we should be good to go. If not, then, we probably in big trouble. But hey, we don't know yet.
You're watching it from your pod?
Yes. We're going to have our own little pod.
So do you like the idea? We're probably going to get the actual stage we were supposed to get in Tampa. Like, are you okay with all of this?
I'm okay. I'm okay. So I actually wrote an article on the Weekly Replay. And I will tell you one thing. We discussed the idea of what the future will hold for WrestleMania. And I honestly think WrestleMania should go 2 nights. And I think that should alleviate the stress.
2 nights is here to stay?
Yes, 2 nights is here to stay because not only does it bring out a lot of revenue for WWE, but I think it also, especially with the pandemic right now, it spreads out the amount of people that should be able to attend. And that way you can have a limited viewing or limited seats available for both nights. And that way you have more people who are able to attend. You know what I'm saying?
I'm okay with that. Do you think we're still going to get Rock versus Roman Reigns anytime soon? Or are we still waiting until Hollywood?
I think we're waiting until Hollywood. I think the Hollywood is the best, the biggest one. I think Taker's actually final farewell, a.k.a. the actual real one, will probably be in Dallas, and he'll be inducted into the Hall of Fame when we come back.
You're saying we're getting another Undertaker farewell?
You already know they be milking the hell out of these farewells. They're not done with the farewells yet.
No. This is turning into the Terry Funk retirement tour.
It is a Terry Funk. They always be doing this. Always.
Oh, you're making me cough. Okay. Well, I'm obviously bummed out because, again, I've been wanting an LA WrestleMania this whole time. It is what it is. We'll see where this goes. But, that was the big news of the week. So I wanted your hot take because, again, only one of us attended 2 WrestleManias. Did you prefer WrestleMania Dallas? Like, you got to see Hell in a Cell. I think 2 Hell in a Cell because it was at 28 too.
I did. I think, okay, so we had this conversation off air, but I think one of the best things about an open stadium is the fact that you see the lights, the stars, the amount of fireworks. Like, don't get me wrong, when we attended AT&T Stadium, I thought it was great. I thought the venue was really big. It's a huge, spacious stadium, but it was missing something, and I think what was missing was just
the outdoors. Is always better.
The open stadium just create this mystique to wrestling, and I think that's why I preferably like 28 besides the one in Dallas. But that's just me.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like that. Well, we'll look forward to it. We'll see if they bring the big pirate ship, hopefully, for this year's WrestleMania. But besides that, we had another big week of the Bullet Club / Super Elite. They competed on Impact this week, and they competed at Hard to Kill. Are you feeling this group still? I know you started off saying I don't want Bullet Club, but then you were okay with Super Elite. What are we doing?
So here's my issue, right? First of all, we got to talk about what happened during AEW, and it was supposed to be the Elite, right? Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson teaming up with Kenny Omega, and the biggest swerve of the night was that it was not them. It was Luke Gallows.
The Good Brothers, baby.
The Good Brothers coming back. And I will say one thing, right? I was souring on the idea of the Bullet Club. But I think now there's a subtlety going on that I don't think we're noticing it. But I think New Japan Pro Wrestling is in this. And I think Tama Tonga.
You still think they're in this?
I still think they're in this. There's just some weird aligning type thing that I'm feeling with Don Callis that I think we might see the biggest faction coming back. And I'm scared for AEW. Well, I'm scared for the wrestling business as a whole.
Okay. I don't know if they have enough competition for Kenny Omega. Again, we said it before. I think he's the wrestler of our time right now. I think he is killing it. I saw the match on Impact at Hard to Kill. Alex Shelley wasn't able to compete, but seeing Moose go up against him was like really cool. I feel like you never get to see him wrestle like really big dudes. He took on Brian Pillman and the 6-man tag on Impact. I don't know if there's enough there to like, even if you're right, even if like the Super Elite like starts competing a lot, I don't know who do you fight. Like, do you fight the Dark Order? Do you fight the Inner Circle? Like, who do they even take on?
I think, and I think that's the reason why Kenny has now become the collector, because he knows at this level of the game, he's better than anybody else. He's better than Jon Moxley. He's better than everybody on the AEW roster. He's better than the Impact roster. Hell, I think everything he's better than everybody in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But he's not better than Kota Ibushi. And I think that, and
no, but that's my point. Like, individually, he's going to take on people. But, like, the Lucha Brothers came out to help Jon Moxley. I don't know what faction we're going to actually, like, get together to, like, take on this Super Elite. Because there's no one to take. Like, the Inner Circle, we'll talk about them in a little bit. But, like, they're kind of in disarray. The Dark Order is going through their own stuff, and they're turning into a happy group. So, like, I don't get who they're supposed to even take on. Like, is it the Super Elite versus Tony Khan? Like, what's the feud here?
I think the feud here is the Super Elite, aka the New Bullet Club, against the wrestling world. I think that's the idea. I think the idea here is it's everybody against Kenny. So I think, I think the factions in AEW do need to tighten up. I know the Inner Circle are trying to tighten themselves up with the matches they set up for next week. But the issue here is you're right. What is next for Kenny Omega now that he beat him? But well. Before we do that, they did announce that
we
Rebellion.
Rich Swann is next.
Yeah, Rich Swann is next, and I'm sure that it was shown in a little teaser and the logo for Impact Wrestling Rebellion. It had
the Kenny Omega star. You saw the
little star. So I'm scared. That's what I'm saying. I'm scared.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay. And for anyone that doesn't know, we're trying to get the Golden Lovers back. We're trying to see if Bushi Kenny Omega feud takes off at some point. And I like that he's going to take on title versus title against Rich Swann. I think that's what we're waiting for. Again, I don't know how far the Super Elite's going to go. I did like the Lucha Brothers with Moxley, and I like everyone coming out to help them. So I hopefully this turns it, because when the NWO started, it's not like WCW had a faction either. And when DX started, it's not like there was a faction to go against them. So it'll work out. I have a proposition. We've been talking about the women's division and how they need something to take them to that other level, at least in AEW. Britt Baker had a great segment on Wednesday, and obviously she's great on the mic, but I still feel like our champion is Shida. Hikaru Shida, like, has been champion for like a year now. Like, Riho is completely forgotten. Yeah. But I feel like we forget about her. And she had a great match against Abaddon. Like, she's great. She did. But I think she needs that extra oomph. Would you be okay with her joining the Elite?
I think, you bring up an interesting question. I think it's time to bring women into more factions. And I think honestly that's a perfect way to do it.
Right.
I think it's time to bring Shida into the new elite. I think it's time to bring Breaker to the inner circle. I think it's time to bring all these women into it so that you can start woven into the ideas of these women now being part of the mainline faction. I think that's a brilliant idea.
It would, Britt Baker on the inner circle would kill it. She would kill it. Like that would be so good. We've seen it with Anna Jay in the Dark Order. I feel like, you know, people thought that she had a good look and she looked like, you know, she could learn and she looked ambitious, but she was still green. But the fact that she joined the Dark Order has given her some elevation. And now with Tai Conti, like, it helps you. So I feel like Shida is the elite women's wrestler here. So she should join that. And I think Britt Baker would do great segments with MJF. I had the idea. I wanted to run it by you. I think this needs to take off, Ace.
I think we should dial up our good friend Tony Khan and tell him he should book this 101. Because I think this is great. I think the involvement of women in the factions creates a new dynamic. And I think I agree with you 100%. Imagine the idea of MJF and Britt Baker just having a segment together and just the shenanigans they would throw together.
It'd be so good.
It would be great. I think it would be really, really good.
Britt Baker had Cody on her show, like, and again, they have good chemistry. When Chyna was part of DX, it adds a great element. Like, even when Miss Elizabeth was with the NWO, like, it just has that little oomph. But you're right. I know you have Tony on speed dial. Just give him a call. Let's get this going.
Look, he is a friend of the show. I'll hit him up.
I'm back on Team Tony. I got you, bro.
It's about time you're back on Team Tony. It's about time over here. Not talking. No, I accept. Okay. All right, fine.
Okay, talking about the inner circle, there's still a bit in disarray. I think Sammy Guevara finally getting the mic is exactly where I want this to go.
Yes.
In my opinion, I think Sammy Guevara is the next Rock. I think Sammy Guevara has the look, he has the it, and he has the skill set to be the next Rock.
You know what?
I like that.
I'm just so tired of we throwing out these damn big names. Oh, I think he's gonna be the next Rock. Oh, I think he's gonna be the next Stone Cold. No, like, can we stop doing that? Can he not just be the next Sammy Guevara?
No, hey, do you not see some resemblance?
I don't. I really don't. Okay, I really don't see it. And here's the reason why. I honestly think Sammy Guevara has it. I think he's ready to be on his own. But I just don't think he's at that. Like, to me, Jungle Boy is a guy who I think, okay, he has it. That's somebody who I can see him carrying the division of the mid-card division along with Darby Allin. But with Sammy Guevara, I don't see that. At least not yet.
With me, I think Jungle Boy to me is like a John Cena, where like he's a perfect baby face and he's always going to be like that top guy that everyone loves, whether he's on the mid card or starting the show, whatever. To me, Sammy Guevara reminds me of when The Rock used to come out with the Nation of Domination, and he still wasn't the top guy. Farouk was, and I want to see more of Sammy. And I like this week's segment because Sammy called out Chris Jericho. He called him a tag team slut, and the truth is, Jericho is a tag team slut. And he is. He's teamed up with Sammy to start off. He got tired of him. He started teaming up with Jake Hager. He got tired of him. He started teaming up with MJF. I don't like the way Jericho uses people. And in the end, he betrays them. And I think Sammy Guevara is onto him. And I like that he did that. And I think this is the beginning of something beautiful for him.
Well, and I'm going to throw a monkey wrench into the discussion. I honestly think MJF is outsmarting Jericho and eventually is going to do a coup.
I think so too.
And is going to delete Jericho out of the inner circle, and he's going to become the new leader of the inner circle.
I think that's the way it should go, because Jericho is losing. No one in that team, like, they still flip off everyone and they do their unity picture. No one seems happy. So Jericho is obviously not being a good leader. So I think that should be the direction. And maybe you get the crowd behind Jericho again. Ace, we have a lot of good ideas today, man.
I'm telling you, man, we're booking this. This is why we should become bookers, man. We got to call TK. We got to call TK and put us in the writers' room. But no, I agree, because I think the idea here is the fact that it's time, and we talked about it, right? The factions need to tighten up, and I think it's time for this year to tighten up the factions, whether it be Dark Order whether it be the Inner Circle. It's time to tighten up these factors up because I mean we have the Nightmare family with Cody Rhodes, and he ain't doing nothing. I mean, Shotty Lee,
they're going nowhere. Like
he's not going nowhere.
No, you're right. The Nightmare family felt like something that's like a good like fourth faction. We haven't seen them anymore, man.
At all. So it's time for these leaders to actually lead.
It is time to lead, and that's why I like what's going on with the Dark Order. You know, we had the tragic passing of Brody Lee, and I feel like the Dark Order can't be a bad faction anymore. Like all the BTS segments, like we like them. They're funny, they're great, and I think Hangman has found his perfect spot within this group. I think Hangman has been looking for happiness this whole time. He thought he would find it with the Elite. He thought he would find it with Kenny. But I think he's found it with the Dark Order. They might even get rid of his drinking problem. Like, I think this works, man.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the idea and the character arc of Kenny Omega. I mean, of Hangman Adam Page.
Okay,
I say this because it's weird because at first the Dark Order was this evil corporate business entity, but it slowly evolved into a happy place, a place where all your dreams can come true. and I don't know if that was because of what they did in BTE, but or what even Brody Lee did to the faction, because he legitimately established that group, and ever since he won a TNT title, that group was a namesake group. It was established.
Yes.
So I feel like
totally
now.
Agree. Also, I said BTS earlier. It's BTE, but I think this group is by far like one of the favorite groups. If you follow BTE like every week, you look forward to this, man. Like they're fun. Like John Silver is like this little piece of muscle that like he almost feels like he wouldn't be special, but yet he is, and I root for him, and he's cool, and I want him to like whoop some ass, and I want to see Alex Reynolds take on people. Like I actually credit Boom Boom. Like Boom Boom Colt Cabana made this a more relatable group because he's always happy. He's always happy, and I think it's kind of, everyone's happy now. I think Hangman potentially could make this group like the biggest. I know they were big during Brody. I think this could get even bigger, man. And maybe the final redemption is him against Kenny, and we bring it home.
I like that. I like that. I like that streamline of booking. I also think they could even make Hangman the interim leader or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know what? I saw something online that said we shouldn't have a new leader of Dark Order. We should have like a Jedi type thing where they get like signals from Brody Lee.
Jedi.
Like have Brody Lee as a Force ghost and still whoop their ass and like have him randomly throw papers out just to pay homage to him always being the leader.
I don't mind that.
I wouldn't mind that either. I thought it was a very interesting take. I thought it would be a great way to still honor Brody Lee, and him being a Force ghost would be so fucking badass. I'm not even gonna lie.
I think we could have to like see if the family's okay with this, but I like the idea. I think that's cool. Like if the Force of Brody Lee comes out to help out every now and then, I think that's cool, man.
That would be pretty dope.
Can you call TK, man?
I gotta call TK, man. I gotta call him. I gotta call him. Hopefully he answers. He's hanging out. He's been he's having a hard time with the soccer team and the Jaguars.
Oh,
they ain't so hot. They're not hot.
Well, they just signed Urban Meyer to the Jacksonville Jaguars as their coach. So they're trying. He's trying to get some stuff going.
I hope so, because if not, then he's in trouble.
He's trying to get people to be elite, baby. This week's main event on Impact was Brian Cage versus Darby Allin, and that was a great match. Like I like seeing like a really big dude against like a scrawny type of dude. That like it was perfect. It was a type of match that where Darby is willing to get himself thrown, and they both look good. In the end, we got Sting to come out, and he had a baseball bat. He went after Ricky Starks. We're starting to see some action. Again, I told you I'm talking about factions. I like Team Taz. I like where this is going. Were you happy with it?
It was an 8-month build that culminated into quite arguably, where quite arguably was honestly one of the best matches, in my opinion, for Darby Allin. I think that match in and of itself cemented Darby Allin's true, almost mid-card status in AEW. Now, I don't want to say main event status yet, but I do want to say mid-card status because that match was beautifully told. And the fact that he won that match with, I don't remember the move. I think it was an chicken wing armbar. If you remember back to the idea of when Taz actually came to Darby Allin and said, yo, you could have had it won, but you didn't implement the move correctly, right? And then Darby was like, I don't need your help. I don't need your help to tell me how to do things. And notice how he beat Notice how he beat. I'm telling you, fam.
You're right. Actually, did he beat Cody that way or Jericho?
Yes.
It's all coming. I didn't even think of this. There's a lot of character development with this guy.
I'm telling you. This is why I enjoy watching AEW because they don't think that you're stupid. They know this, so they implement these tiny little secrets, these tiny little details that you always often miss because you're so brainwashed and thinking, oh, okay, they're gonna fight, whatever. No. But the way that he won brings it all full circle, right? Yeah. And I think that's such a beautiful storytelling in this match, and I thought it was great. And I do agree. Now with the idea of Sting, we've been seeing them going face to face. I think it's time for them to actually have a full-blown sit-down or an in-segment, in-ring live mics, and literally get down to what's going on now. What's happening?
Ooh, we should have a face-to-face. Hopefully we get like a badass like montage or like some sort of segment with him and Darby, and we could keep developing this. So again, AEW was amazing. It was good. We finished off this week with SmackDown, and we had been talking about Adam Pearce and Roman Reigns.
Yes.
That's no more. I was willing to pay to see Adam Pearce versus Goldberg, and I would pay top money for that. I talked about this. I'm guessing you're happy with what happened.
I'm glad there was a swerve. I'm glad Kevin Owens is back to facing Roman Reigns. I will say one thing though, and I love the Roman Reigns character, but I need him to step it up. I need Roman Reigns to stop being so, I'm in my chair. I'm the head of the table. All right, I do what I want. Okay,
I do. His chair.
I need you to step it up, my guy. I love Roman Reigns. He's a great character right now. We finally got him healed. I need him to boost it up a little bit. I need him to start bullying Jey Uso. I need to stop bullying other people. I need him to, if he wants to be that mafia type of heel, where he's like the Don, I need you to play up. I need you to use that card, fam. I need you to play as a Don because I'm worried that right now Roman Reigns is a big fish in a small pond. But if John Cena comes back, and berates the man and just calls them a wannabe thug, that's it. That's a wrap. Everything you just built within 4 months is over with.
I'm going to disagree with you. Roman Reigns has been main eventing like the last 5 WrestleManias, man. John Cena could come back and tell him whatever he wants.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But that's what I'm saying, though. I need him to be that ultimate heel where that doesn't faze him. You know what I'm saying? Like if The Rock was to come back right now, I feel like automatically he wouldn't be that. I don't think he would have that level of badassery that he needs. And that's what I'm saying. I think he needs to turn it up a little bit more.
I think, and you're not going to like this, I think you're developing some old feelings for John Cena. You know,
I'm not developing old feelings for John. No. All I'm saying is he's been going against guys who we already know he's better than. He's better than
Kevin Owens.
Drew McIntyre. Better than Kevin Owens. He's better than almost half, and I'm being honest, he's almost better than half the roster they have in WWE. Right? AJ Styles is nowhere, is slandering with almost. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's a really big fish in a small pond. So I need him to turn it up and just say, yo, F everybody else. I'm the big dog. I'm the Don. Raise that stakes up. Like I need him to go backstage and start bullying people. I need him to go backstage and be like, yo, what are you doing in catering? You know this is mine. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like just start cementing more of that character.
Do you want him to be a little more like Randy Orton?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ew, you are such a Randy Orton fan. I can't.
I'm not. I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying is the fact that if you tune on to Monday Night Raw, you regularly see backstage segments with Randy Orton, him bullying legends, him doing all these things, him flaming up
but that's
Bray
not
Wyatt.
Roman Reigns.
But that's what I'm saying, though, fam.
You want him to set the Usos on fire? Like,
no,
what do you make no
but
sense.
what I want is, like, for example, we can have it's real simple. We can have an opening up SmackDown. Just have him roll up in a limousine, right? And have Paul Heyman over there.
You've been telling me for so long that I'm stuck in the past. I don't want to see anyone arrive in the limousine. That's early 2000 stuff.
All right, fine. Then have him pull up. Then have him pull up in the jet. Have him pull up in the jet. Then you want to hit 2021, but let him pull up in the jet.
You were doing so good with your ideas. Anytime we come back to WWE, it all goes downhill.
That's because it's entertainment. It's not wrestling. That's the kiddie show.
Oh my God. Okay.
You have to.
All right. We'll leave it at that's fine. That's fine. Apparently everyone's happy. We're still just getting Kevin Owens against Roman Reigns. Whatever. I want to move on from WWE because it's been a fun AEW week. We talked about all the factions we have. I want to know for this week's question of the week, what is your favorite AEW faction, Ace?
This is a very hard one because we have Team Taz, we have the Inner Circle, we have the Nightmare Family, we have the Super Elite, aka the Elite. We also have the Bullet Club. There's so many factions in AEW, which I think is amazing. It's a tie-up between the Team Taz and also probably right now the Inner Circle. It's a toss-up between those. And the reason why
you picked the bottom two.
The reason why is because I like Team Taz's.
Team Taz kind of wins you over, right?
I was gonna say I like Team Taz's intro. I mean, I like that they have a great entrance. It just works for me. I'm just saying.
I like Team Taz. I like Team Taz. I'm okay with that. Out of all the groups, I feel like we've seen everything about the Super Elite. We've seen everything with the Inner Circle. Nightmare Collective is not doing anything. Collection's not. The Nightmare Family's not doing anything.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Team Taz too.
Hey, you over here making fun of me. I told you.
Team Taz here, baby.
I told you. You over here making fun of me. I told you they were good.
So we are in agreement that Team Taz is the team to beat. I feel like there's a lot of great anime artists online, and every now and then they draw like some of the wrestlers.
I agree.
This week, Brian Cage shared this picture of like him in action against Darby Allin. I think Team Taz just feels really anime, badass, cool, and I think it works, man.
They do. They're just a whole different breed, man. Just a whole completely different breed. I enjoy them a lot.
I like them. I like where this is going. And that's it, man. That's it.
That's a wrap.
Like 2-3 weeks in. I'm losing count of where we are in the year. But hopefully we're gonna have a great year. We get Joe Biden as president next week. We're gonna kick ass. We're gonna have a good time. We got this.
Hey, I like all that. All that sounds great. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Be sure to subscribe to Roger Talks Wrestling. And yo, come on, Lee. Hey, shout out to the comment that we got last week, man. That meant a lot. That meant a lot to us. But yo, we shout out to your mama, your daddy, your bald-headed granny. Make sure they are watching the weekly finisher. Make sure y'all are tuning in to us. By the way, we are also on our podcast. So use the hashtag Weekly Replay and check out everywhere and anywhere you get your podcast, whether it be Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, anywhere, whatever it is. We own that platform. What you mean?
You better be uploading these. You better be uploading these on all those platforms.
I am. They're already up there. What you mean?
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks, Ace. Let's get out.
Peace.